Albedo, what?
It's not over yet. Brace yourselves. This'll be a challenge.
Stay back! I'm going to cut this weed down to size!
Motion to compel. Incinerate. Keep within the wall. Boom! The law has loopholes. Motion to compel.
Eyes on me! You can't run! Prepare to be blown away! Wingblade! Judgment! Incinerate! Motion to compel. Breath of the flame. Shiver. Be gone. Incinerate.
What in the world was that thing? One moment it was human, the next it was a plant.
Is everyone all right?
We're fine. But can you please tell us what's going on? I don't understand. I take it this monster is whom I had the pleasure of meeting last.
Correct. As you might have guessed, this is a mutated whopperflower.
But can whopperflowers turn into humans?
Not typically. But conditions on Dragonspine are far from typical. Perhaps the dragon's blood seeped into the land, then was passed to the monsters via the ley lines.
How could that happen?
This mountain is home to the remains of Durin, the venomous dragon. If there is anywhere in the world one might expect life to do unfathomable things, it would most likely be here. Durin was an artificially created life form. Its existence is nothing short of a miracle, and proof of countless possibilities. In other words, this mountain we stand on is a cradle of life's profoundest mysteries. A vast and terrifying hotbed of possibilities.
The avalanche. It must have been the work of this imposter.
Agreed. All the other troubles you faced on the way down could also have been its handiwork. My guess is that it was targeting everyone that I've had contact with.
Right, I forgot all about that.
It's not inconceivable.
But what was its purpose? Was it just trying to get rid of us?
I have a preliminary hypothesis on this. Whopperflowers are masters of mimicry, and those we encounter in the wild often appear in the vicinity of the plants they impersonate. In other words, the whopperflower likely has an instinct to replicate and replace. As a plant, it will disguise itself as another plant and infiltrate the group, hiding among them for cover. But when it disguises itself as a human...
It wanted to replace you and infiltrate our group?
Yes. Maybe it created the avalanche to get rid of us. I predicted this eventuality. It was watching us the whole time. And when it saw that I had disappeared, its instinct was to take my place. At that...
Yes, that's exactly how... So when it approached and attacked Jewel, what was that?
Perhaps. Or maybe...
We're fortunate to have discovered it in time. I think the Traveler was the first person other than Albedo to notice something was wrong.
Traveler, how could you tell the real me and my imposter apart?
I want to know too. I had no idea the other guy was an imposter. They looked exactly the same to me.
I see. It goes to show how difficult it is to impersonate a human. This mutant whopperflower tried its best to replicate the original exactly, but still managed to miss some details.
Unbelievable. To think that Dragonspine creates such...
Anyway, at least we won in the end. It looks like my method did work after all. I used up all the bad luck, and the good luck finally came through.
About that, if you're referring to having fallen down the mountain and avoided injury, well, that's because I was sick.
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, let's go!
Doesn't seem to be here. He must have headed up the mountain. Let's
Amber, are you feeling better?
Yep, all good now. Nothing to worry about.
I don't know what I'd do without you guys. If not, I really want to thank you all properly, but I can't think...
Huh? You must be pretty used to being on the receiving end of people's kindness by now, though, surely. You probably need...
Come on, don't put it like that. Sure, plenty of people have shown me kindness before. But that doesn't mean I will ever take it for granted. No matter how many times people help me out in life, I will never forget any of them.
Well, instead of repaying those who helped you, perhaps you could help others yourself. Everyone meets others in need from time to time. By choosing to be there for them, you're passing the kindness you received on to others.
Yep, you're right. That's what I've always tried to do, and will always continue to do. Right. And when Cyrus gets back, I'll find some way to help him out too.
This has been quite an eventful day.
Yeah, it has. It's really hit me how tired I am now that I've started to relax.
I need to rest. Everyone, please excuse me for a while.
Yeah, I need to get some water and maybe a piece of fruit. Once I'm rested up, I need to get back to being an instructor again.
Well, it looks like the curse of the mountaineers who couldn't get off the mountain is... Feels like an action-packed chapter has come to a close. Shall we find somewhere to rest and chat, too?
Why not? Then, please, you sent something too, didn't you? Then let's go.
Huh? Are you going back to your camp again? Paimon thought maybe we could talk here. Okay. Might as well come with you.
Good. Shall we set off right away? Sorry for bringing you back here once again. Some topics are best discussed in private.
Is this about the imposter?
That's right. I have to say, Traveler, I'm very surprised you noticed the difference between me and the imposter. Yes, this mark. Perhaps it's where it all began.
Ooh, sounds like the beginning of a big story.
Well, I can't deny that what I'm about to say does sound like something from a children's storybook. So, what do you think this diamond-shaped mark means?
A tattoo.
No. Consider it a birthmark. Have you ever seen an intricate glass ornament and wondered how it was made? Glass blowing is not a widely known art in Teyvat. As the name implies, glass blowing involves blowing air into a hole, much like blowing up a balloon. This type of glassware is known for having a pontal mark at the point where the blowpipe was inserted.
Sounds kind of amazing.
It is a wondrous and beautiful art form. Alice says that these marks you're seeing, my mark is something similar to the difference between synthetic and natural life lies in the directional flow of the life force. The energy of a natural life form flows out from within. That's why creating life artificially, on the other hand, involves, to a certain extent, the introduction of an external... The alchemical substance drips and spreads out in all directions, resulting in this rather ingenious diamond shape.
Wow.
This mark is a sign of my artificial origins, and proof, I presume, that the imposter intentionally avoided replicating this. You are fundamentally different from other people. I have few qualms about sharing my secrets with you. Just as Paimon said, it all sounds like a story. The transcendent and miraculous are not the only things to which human beings aspire. People like to believe that those who are thoroughly different from... Or, in other words, I have friends who write novels.
Making up stories is easy.
Oh.
Paimon's the best guide into that.
In that case, how about we have a story? We can base our stories on the...
Sounds great.
I understand. We'll see whose story...
Deal. Okay, we'll read...
Sure. My story. Yes, I should have known. Master's failed specimen in the dragon's belly. This is where the story truly begins. If we switched places, if you were the survivor, then as the abandoned experiment, the failure of the primordial human project, I'd want to replace you too. I would replicate your appearance, study your alchemy, and create miraculous life forms to divert your attention. I would wait for the right moment, then dispose of you and the Traveler, the sole person to have known your secret. And then, I could finally experience the joy of being brought into the world.
Guess what? Paimon's story is finished. Let's go see Albedo again.
The situation here seems trickier than I thought.
If only we had some help here.